Papa Dunk. It's been a while since we made a video for you, but today we're at the Devil's Punchbowl, and we're very fortunate as to where we live. Within a 5-minute drive we're at the Devil's Punchbowl, but also a hop, skipping away and we're at the South Downs Park, or we're in the Surrey Hills, or various places in Hampshire which have wonderful countryside. So there are loads and loads and loads of videos about the Devil's Punchbowl. I don't know how different this is going to be. Only different because it's Papa Dunk and Nanny Moo Moo taking you on our little wander about. There's loads and loads and loads of information that is online, and of course other people's videos. But today it is a rather overcast Sunday in November, so we have been here before, which was on New Year's Day 2023, where it was quite bright. So we're revisiting the Devil's Punchbowl here in Hindhead, Surrey, on a day that is different weather conditions. So come along with our journey. So here is the car park. It's early on a Sunday morning. You can see there's plenty of car parking spaces, but there are people coming in. And as this is a National Trust property, there is the National Trust cafe and various information posts. So we're just walking up here now. There are lots and lots and lots of different routes that you can take. But as you can see, it's all quite nicely spaced out. And despite the drizzly weather, it's not too bad. It's not windy. Very popular place here for dog walkers. We're coming up to an information board here. Papa Dunk just taking a photograph of it. We have the walks, the sailor's stroll, hidden Hindhead, Highcombe Hike, Rome 639, and the old A3 trail. And here is a lovely view out over Hindhead, even on a winter's day. You can see quite a long way into the distance. But what is nice in the cooler months is seeing all of the different colours of the trees. As I said, there's lots and lots of different paths you can take if you're here at the Devil's Punchbowl. Some are easier than others. Today we're just going to wander, see where it takes us. People who live in Hindhead are very lucky. This is their back garden in many respects. And out there, I'm guessing, not sure what that is out there. Is that probably Farnham, maybe, out to Surrey? starting to rain a little bit now, but we're all kitted up for the weather. Just having a bit of a wander. Here is one of the very many viewpoints in the Devil's Punchbowl. And I could imagine on a really clear day you could see far out into Surrey. It's just lovely. You can hear very faintly in the background the hum of the A3. We've come off the beaten track, so to speak, and are now on one of the wider paths. And again, we're at another stopping point to appreciate the views. And the gloom is lifting a little bit, so you can see further out. As I said, there are loads of paths and you can get maps, etc., to make sure you're following the path of your desire. Today, Papa Dunk and I are just having a wander along the paths. We have what 3 words, so we know where the car park is, so wherever we roam we will get back to our starting point. But some wonderful trees, shrubs, and it's quite quiet today. I was expecting to see a lot more people. Maybe it's just a little bit too early. In the distance we can see a whole load of birds flying. I don't know what sort of birds they are. And the trails are very popular with riders as well. Most of the time they're very respectful of the walkers. Let's go and explore a little bit further. Papa Dunk and I have been walking down this path now for a good 10 minutes. We haven't crossed too many people. I think one rider and one walker. And everywhere you look there are wonderful views. The gorse is coming out. You can just see the yellow of the gorse, and looking down into that valley there, you can see all of the different greens of the trees. Just green, green, green everywhere. And birds. I can hear robins. Very distinctive little chirp robins have. Every now and again, of course, you can hear the planes flying over. We're some distance from Heathrow, but we are on the flight path. And it's just so glorious to be able to walk. Hearing nature. Being in nature. We've come to a junction which gives us several options. There you have the handle if you're a horse rider, or I guess a cyclist, so you can open the gate. Path downwards here, path upwards. Papa Dunk's just checking out on his phone. Of course, if you go down, at some point you're going to come up. The Devil's Punchbowl is well signposted, and here we are with the signpost from where we have walked, with Gibbet Hill 3/4 of a mile away, and the cafe. I'm sure we're going to be visiting that cafe 1.25 miles away. So we've backtracked a little. We didn't fancy taking the route that my nose was pointing us towards, so we're walking now to the next viewpoint just to find out where we're at, get our bearings. I can see some headlights ahead. Guess this is National Trust vehicles just checking on the various routes, etc. And a cyclist coming towards us. 2 cyclists coming towards us. We've just passed some walkers and some dogs, probably taking the same strategy as us, just walking along the various tracks. Here is one that we saw the cars come down. There are so many different options. I can hear in the background again the A3. Cars coming out of the Hindhead tunnel, I guess. And the Hindhead tunnel opened in 2011, and it was built under this area of natural beauty. And it really is the way that they constructed the tunnel, I think, very complementary to the area. You can see we've had a lot of rain, lots of puddles, so I'm going to just stop for a minute as I navigate my way through the puddles. We're heading back now to the car park with a promise of a National Trust Cornish pasty. We've weaved in and out of various paths, and you really could get quite lost here. So if you are going to go off the beaten track, make sure you have a good map or pocket earth, and watch 3 words your parking spot, just to make sure that you do get back to wherever it is that you started from. I don't know if you can hear in the background the traffic noise. It's not the wind, it's the A3. So here we have a marker stone. I don't know if you can see, but it says Hyde Park Corner, 39 miles. Liphook, 5 miles. And Godalming, 7 miles. I don't know how old this marker is, but if we go up a little way here, you can see this is an original milestone from the Turnpike Road. So we're now on the original route of the old London to Portsmouth Road, and from 1748 to 1873 the road was owned by Kingston upon Thames to Sheet Bridge Turnpike Company, which maintained the road and collected tolls from travellers, but offered no protection from highwaymen. So this road went around the Devil's Punchbowl. Here we are at Gibbet Hill, and you could see this is quite a popular path, mostly because of the gibbet up here. Let's take a look. We didn't think we would be coming this way on our walk, but that's the glorious thing about not having a plan when you are walking. As long as you have a map and know how to get back to your starting point, you just come across a whole range of different things. So here we are at the Celtic Cross. It says here that the gibbet was sited near this spot. It was 9 meters or 30 feet high and designed to be a warning to highwaymen and others with criminal intent. Around the base of the cross are 4 Latin inscriptions which read, which I'm not going to read in Latin, light after darkness, peace in passing away, hope in light, and salvation after death. Let's see if we can find those inscriptions on the cross over here. So Papa Dunk, there are 4 inscriptions that are in Latin. I think here they are. It's quite hard to see them, and I'm just being careful so I don't trip over. moving my way around. There's
Hope in the light.
yes, and there's the hope in the light. So here we are at the Sailor's Stone, and this stone commemorates the events of the 24th of September 1786, when an unknown sailor travelling the old Portsmouth Road was murdered by 3 assailants. Can you read that, Papa Dunk?
Well, it's all a bit oldie English. In determination, maybe, possibly, of a barbarous murder committed here on an unknown sailor, September 24th, 1786, by Lone Gun, Mick Caffey and Jazz Marshall, who were all taken something rain day and hung in this place.
Well, yes, that's a good attempt. What we did as we were reading it, had some bikers pass, but you can see the difference now. In the early morning it was very misty, and now the sun is coming out. And the bikers have returned, but just look at it now, brilliant, perfect.